Okay, here I am back in the garage. What do you do when you're locked at home with the coronavirus all around you? Fortunately, we live in a village outside of town. You can see that's my view every day, looking down towards Tbilisi, the city. But I mean, what can you do? So, decided to look on Amazon, see what the bike needed and stuff, and then just got really frustrated with the prices of everything. Been really looking into getting an engine guard for the front of the bike. It goes around the front, guards your side plates, things like that. But they're kind of expensive. I really like the Givi, but 180 bucks. How long would it take to get here with everybody locked down on the virus? So I decided to go out to the garage and just play, as always, and see what I could come up with. So this is what I came up with. So I started looking around through the scrap pile, see what I had. I had this nice tubing here. There's a piece of it right here, a little leftover piece. Not real heavy gauge, but good solid stock. So I got out my old pipe bender, my mail order pipe bender. Started playing around just one piece at a time. First I made this piece. And I started adding the side pieces. And I was looking at how they mount them. And usually they have, you take this bolt out right here. And then it comes with a little spacer, and then you bolt right on top of that. I didn't really want to pull that bolt out of there, and I thought, what could I do with these nice big holes they're providing? So what I did is I created these little things. It's about 23 millimeters, and it has a bolt that I welded to the end of it. So those just slide right in there, and then I mount up to that. Now it's pretty darn solid in there because of the way it sits. And then I have a second one back here that I made. Same thing. Slides right in there, nice. It's nice and tight. It's hard to find a 23 millimeter piece of metal stock, but I did find one. And I've got one, as you can see, tucked in there. I don't know if you can see that. This is pretty far in there. And then one right there as well. So I'm going to go ahead and install it for the first time. If you're wondering why my bike, how it's balancing like that, it's because I've got a winch on the ceiling. So I just connect it there and then put the front wheel on something to balance it. That's how I make do instead of having one of those nice motorcycle holders for working on your bike, which are very handy. Okay, there it is mounted up. Just setting it on there for now. Found some Allen bolts to put it in there with, and I'll tighten it up later, but it gives pretty good protection to my side panel here, my mufflers, even down in here. And also I'd like to, these skid plates are not real sturdy, so what I want to do is make a mount that mounts to that as well. Keeps that from moving around. Will mount to from there to there. Yeah, it looks pretty sharp. Around the other side. It wasn't really all that hard to make. If you got your pipe bender, you can do some nice gentle bends there. And of course, most people don't have powder coating capabilities at home. So what you can do, I learned a long time ago, is you can use just spray paint and then a heat gun and get that paint on there hard, and as you get it really heated up, it becomes real hard and very scratch resistant. It'll more chip off than it will scratch off. That's not powder coating, but it's a lot better than and you can use that with regular enamel paint, different paints like that, but spray paint actually works pretty good, especially if you have, for small parts, you can take those and put them into an oven and bake that on there, and it becomes super shiny and super hard paint. So there's the bike on the ground. Hard to see because it's all black, but there's my new engine protector. It's not completely bolted down now. I haven't tightened it up. But these little fittings here I'll just probably put a little silicone in there just to keep them from slipping in and out. But actually, they go clear in, so they're very strong. I just haven't tightened down the bolts yet. These Scramblers, I love to go off-road. The problem is, it's just kind of low. So, a lot of danger. And then, of course, if you fall over, it's going to protect your whole side. Right there. And it comes off all in one piece. It's easy to do. Zip those out real quick and it comes right off. And I've already smashed a couple of oil filters, so I'm kind of hoping it'll help with that as well, especially if I can mount this to this and bring a little bit of strength in there as well. Get that skid plate. Yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with that. If you're wondering what kind of equipment I use to do this, I already showed you the pipe bender. This cost about $70 or something. It actually cost me more to ship it than it did to buy it. And that'll do several different sizes of pipe. This is the 1-inch pipe, basically, 20 millimeter. And then I've got a small grinder, bench grinder there. And I've got my DeWalt tools. I've got my impact driver and my drill. And then over here I've got a nice DeWalt grinder. I do have a regular plug-in grinder, but this is so handy. And I can tell you, especially if you put the 5 amp or 6 amp batteries in it, it'll go crazy. And then I've got a little, very simple drill press that I got secondhand. And my little Chinese buzz box. That's what I do my welding with. And it's a challenge. But you know what? It does pretty decent welds. Although I, often have to go over them a few times, do a little grinding. But that's one of my welds there. And yeah, works pretty good. So that's my shop. Lots of knickknacks.